it's the annual big fundraiser for Pieta House, and it's just the growth of it has just been phenomenal, Keith. I was involved in the organisation of the Galway City one last year, and as you said, there was only 2 in Galway officially, Galway and Tuam, and we had 4,000 people at the one in Galway. But the county alone has gone to 9 this year. There's new walks in Ballinasloe, Ballygar, Kinvara, Clifton, Inishmore, Inishman and Inisheer. So actually the 3 Aran Islands even have come on board this year.
And this kicks off then at 4:15 a.m. on Saturday, the May the 9th.
Right. That's what makes it unique. I think whoever thought it up in Dublin, originally there was only one walk in the Phoenix Park about 5 years ago.
That's right.
Whoever thought it up, it's just a fantastic concept that everybody suddenly arriving in the darkness to a place. Darkness into light t-shirts are bright yellow colour. Everybody takes off together, and then to have the sun coming up during the walk, it's kind of a symbol of hope, and I suppose that's what Pieta House is all about, really.
I remember seeing those first photographs in the Phoenix Park on year 1, and there was thousands of people, and then you see what happened here last year. As you said, 3,000-4,000 people headed off from Leisureland last year, and that's where you're going to start from again this year.
Exactly. I mean, it worked really well last year, but we were taken aback by the numbers that turned up. I mean, we were blown away by it. Pat Comer did a wonderful video which captured it in 2 minutes, just the amazing atmosphere. But we're going to tweak it a little bit, but I suppose in Galway we're lucky, Keith. We have the prom. We have such a wonderful location, and we also have South Park. And the walks all around the country are all 5 kilometres long. So we picked a route last year that started and finished at Leisureland and went through South Park, and some of our volunteers went and put a trail of night lights through the walkway in South Park, and it just made for a really magical atmosphere in the dark, I suppose, because it was still dark when people were walking through South Park. It was on the way back to Leisureland when the sun started coming up over the bay.
So the route is going to be leaving Leisureland at 4:15 a.m. on the 9th.
Right.
And then where are you going to bring them on?
Bring them down along the prom, out towards Mutton Island Causeway and South Park. We'll have a team of volunteers guiding people along by the river there, and then back around. Now, we're tweaking it a bit from last year because we had a bit of a mix-up at the start where I didn't realise there's such committed runners in Galway that a lot of them wanted to run a serious race at 4:15 a.m. So we had quite serious runners at the start last year. So we're going to separate them a little bit from the walkers, because the runners take it very seriously. I mean, it's all really about participating. Yeah. This year as well, one of the big themes is connecting and talking to each other, because a man from Galway wrote to Pieta House last year, and he wasn't in a really good place during the walk and kind of said how he felt alone. So this has kind of sparked a thing at all 80 walks that are on, the theme of connectivity. And just if you see somebody walking alone beside you, they're encouraging everybody to just turn around and say a few words and have a warm greeting. And
how are you this morning, or how are things? Are you all right? Or
yeah, exactly.
Simple thing that can open a conversation.
Exactly.
Which is very important, because sometimes all people want to do is open the door and then they'll tell you everything.
Right. I mean, the atmosphere at last year's one was incredible. It's a very kind of happy, fun event, but I suppose the motivation beside it, suicide prevention and helping people in their darkest hour, there is a kind of a dark or sad undercurrent to the reason why we do the walk.
Of course there is. Now, you're having a pop-up shop, and this will be for registrations and pick-up of t-shirts and all of that, so people can arrive at 4:12 a.m. and don't have to register or anything. When are you opening
exactly
that?
Well, last year Leisureland Hall was a bit chaotic at 4 o'clock in the morning with people arriving at the very last minute. So we've been lucky enough to there's a team of us, there's about 7 or 8 of us on the Galway City Committee. We've been lucky enough to get a pop-up shop in the Ayr Square Centre for the next 2 weekends. It's located upstairs next to the Galway Roast, and it's wheelchair accessible. This allows people, Keith, I think almost 600 people have already registered online, and as you know, Galway people aren't always the quickest to buy tickets for things. But what this does, it saves a lot of hassle for both the walkers and ourselves, the volunteers on the night. If you can come in this weekend into the Ayr Square Centre, and if you've already registered, bring a receipt and you can collect your t-shirt. A lot of people, of course, don't use Facebook, because that's how we're communicating with a lot of people these days, or a lot of people don't like paying for things online, so you can pay in person in the shop to register. And also some people want sponsorship cards, so you can collect them there, and we'll stay in touch with you and arrange to collect the sponsorship cards back on the night of the walk.
Alright, so you're going to be open on Friday the 17th from 5 until 9 p.m. Saturday, that's a long day, so it is. Well, sorry, it's not 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. On Saturday, you're going to be there from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. On Friday the 24th, you're going to be there from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. And Saturday again, 25th, from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. And then again, the event takes place then on the 9th, so it does at 4:15 a.m. So you want as many people to go in this weekend and next weekend, effectively.
Exactly. I mean, all of us in the shop, Keith, are volunteers. We'll usually have 2 on at a time. We're kind of splitting the shifts to do 4 hours each. It's just going to be a nice, relaxed, informal atmosphere in there where you can call in. We'll have a big load of Pieta House Darkness into Light bright yellow T-shirts that we've just got in this week from Dublin. So you can collect your T-shirt this weekend, say Friday or Saturday or the weekend after, and then all you have to do on the night is just turn up and walk, so you don't have to have any hassle with registering.
What do you do after they walk?
Well, actually, some people said that a lot of businesses in Salthill missed out badly last year because they had 4,000 hungry people in Salthill looking for a dawn breakfast last year. So, last year we actually had a band playing in the hall in Leisureland, and we had tea and coffee and sandwiches. So people hung around for a couple of hours afterwards. But it can be a bit of a
downer.
Well, I wouldn't say a downer because people don't want to go home, a lot of them. There's a great atmosphere there.
So if you start at 4:15, then what time would you be looking to be back in Leisureland by?
Well, I suppose, how long does it take you to walk 5k? Probably about an hour, I'd say. Nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, now if you want to get further details, it's €25 for an adult, 15 for a student or OAP or job seeker, 65 for a family of 2 adults, and pull the children out of bed and bring them with you, €20 for a group of 5 or more. So I mean, it's all about getting people together, not really about the money, but the money does help. It's the biggest fundraiser that Pieta House has on an annual basis. And can children under 14 walk as well?
Exactly. Once children under 14 are accompanied, they can walk for free. So that's very much part of it. It's very much a family event. I mean, some people even bring their dogs and put them on leashes. I mean, we obviously don't want 2,000 or 3,000 dogs in Salthill at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Could you imagine pulling all the kids out of bed? I wouldn't thank you for 4:15, but there you go. It's a nice time of the day to do it. It's going to be, hopefully the weather will be good. But Ciaran Tierney, thanks to you for joining us. The pop-up shop will be in the Air Square Centre. Follow the signs for it this coming Friday and Saturday 5 to 9, on Friday 10 to 6 on Saturday. The following Friday the 24th 5 to 9, and Saturday the 25th 10 to 6 as well. And they're all volunteers working in there. Good luck to you, Ciaran, and thanks for joining us. I hope it goes very well. If you need a push next week, come back to us and let us know from there.